Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. Today's video I will be showing 4 cross-stitch kits that I purchased from Biggest Craft back in January 2022. Alrighty, so what did I get? Well, I got 4 kits. 3 of them are not Joy Sunday and 1 of them is Joy Sunday. So we'll just grab them and do them and fingers crossed they turn out okay. Now this one is a DIY cross stitch kit, brand kit. You know what I'm trying to say. It's a DIY cross stitch branded kit. Alrighty, so yeah, that's just your information sheet to let you know what the kit is. So I'll put this back in the plastic bag because we don't need to see that again. And this looks like it's an 11 count. Now remember, when you get non-Joy Sunday branded ones, you really don't get much detail to help you at all. So inside the canvas we get an A4 sheet of paper that not even a full-size printout of the image. So it's really, these are useless. They don't help you with anything, and I wish these companies would learn that. This could have been easily printed A4 to make it quite easy, but alas, that was not done. So it's a 45 by 50 centimeter canvas, and it's 151 by 173 stitches. And as I said, looking at the canvas, how big the holes are, it's 11 count. It's 25 colors and they're all straight stitching. So we'll have a look at the colors. The background is 310, which is black. So there's some black on the board, but there is all the rest of your black thread. And here are the rest of the colors. There are the first 18 colors there. That's a nice color. So they're very earthy, natural tones. And your last seven colors are there. And there's 2 really thick wads there as well. And the other colours in there. So they're your tones, very earthy. And so you do get your needles, you get 2 needles there. Well, I thought this was meant to be a stamped kit, but it is not.
A few moments later.
I've looked at the website and it definitely does say counted. I didn't read that carefully enough, so make sure you do that when you're purchasing. Yeah. I really don't know what I'll do now because this really is quite useless. It's not helpful at all. So I love the piece, but I really don't know if I'll be doing it. I mean, they've gridded the canvas, so that's easy to do. I mean, I can use a magnifying glass if I really need to, but I shouldn't have to. They should be giving proper charts away when they do this. So first kit I do, I am rather unhappy with it. I mean, it's my fault I bought counted when I thought it was stamped. So that's my fault. But it's the company's fault, being DIY cross-stitch brand, that they're not giving good enough charts to follow. So I'm going to keep this one aside, and I don't know what I'll do. If not, I've got good canvas. So big thumbs down to this kit, and a big raspberry at DIY cross stitch. Yeah. All right, so this is another not known brand one, and I got this one because it was this pattern. Now I've done this pattern in a diamond painting and I've shown it on my channel, and I fell in love with the diamond painting. It is a beautiful diamond painting. So when I saw it in the cross stitch, I went, I must get it. Risking it again that it's non-branded, If anything, this is really teaching me just don't even risk it with other branded cross-stitch kits because you're just not getting any good luck with it. This one I can tell is pre-stamped. I mean, I learned in the days of counted cross-stitch, so I should be able to do counted cross-stitch. But at the same time, when I was doing counted cross-stitch, you used to get a really decent chart, and that's what I have the issue with. So you've got an information sheet to let you know what to do, how to do your cross-stitch. So you've got a decent chart. It's 22 colours. It's 165 by 220 stitches. And I'm just trying to see how big the canvas size is. Well, it's this size, isn't it? So before we look at the canvas, you've got your 2 needles there. We'll look at the floss. I'm just calling it thread. That's what it is. It's thread. So I'm just trying to untangle it here off camera so we can see it. And bring it in. Knock the camera. So really beautiful bright colours in this one. So there's your first 18. Gorgeous colours. And this is what I felt when I did the the diamond painting of it. I just fell in love with the colours and the image. It's just so beautiful. And there's your last 4 colours, and you get extra of, I would dare say that's the white there. Yeah. So really pretty colour scheme on this one. Now we'll have a look at the canvas, and it is pre-stamped. So it does look like it's all full stitch of the 22 colours, so that's all right. So there is the canvas all stamped. 22 colours, all full stitch. So even though it's slightly bigger at 165 by 220 stitches, it would still be okay for maybe beginners moving into intermediate, because yeah, it's a slightly bigger one, but there are all, it's all just full stitch, so you don't have to worry about any fancy stitching on it. So that's your stamped kit. That's your chart to help you. This kit is a pass for me. I'm actually quite happy with this kit. Okay, moving on to kit 3. Another no-name branded one, but this one is a beaded cross stitch. And I haven't done beaded, and I've got a gnome that I got for St. Patrick's Day that I didn't get to, that's beaded, and this is the second beaded one I bought, so I want to give it a go, see how they are. So I'll bring you in slightly. So you get just a tiny little thumbnail of what the kit is. So it's a cute little cat that's going to be all beads. So again, a chart that's useless really. It's this one's faded and it doesn't really help you with the colors at all. It's not printed bright, but it's telling me it's 11 colors, so we'll see how that goes. Your instruction sheet, which just seems to be the standard instruction sheet that comes with all kits. There's the beads. So really quite colourful and pretty beads. They are all seed beads, and I imagine there's going to be 11. Quite pretty. You got your needles separate there. Your floss. So you are getting coloured thread to match the colour of the beads. So that's good. And it is quite bright and colourful. I do like the colour range, the colour palette there. Really quite bright. And here's the canvas. Oh, and you get 2 needles there. So you get 4 needles on this one. That's impressive. And it is small. It's a 30 by 30. You only have to worry about doing the cat image. The background is white. And it's 11 count thread, obviously, because you need the extra space for the beads. So that is going to be Sorry, I have to bring it up. You know, I'll bring it up when I find it. 666. So little cat has 666. This is the perfect size for me, who is a beginner when it comes to doing beaded cross stitch. So the colors are slightly pale. I would have liked them a bit maybe darker to see, because like depends on what light you're in and what time of the day you're going to be cross stitching. Some of these are going to be really hard to see, like the curls there, and they're not much better on the chart. They're really faded on the chart. So I mean, you go back to your thumbnail, which isn't massively big either, but might be able to work it out. Who knows? But you know, it's going to be an interesting one to do. I mean, this kit's a pass for me. I would like bigger charts, but you know, it will pass. And I do like the colors, and everything is there and accounted for, so that will be an interesting one to do. Okay, and the last one with great joy and pleasure is Joy Sunday. Yay! So this one should be perfect. We'll see. So this one is some tulips, or it's called the Flower of Happiness. It's a 14 count, 17 by 17 centimeters. My mum loves tulips. I don't have an opinion of them either way, to be honest. My favourite flower is a gerbil. And put down in the comments if you've worked out what I mean by a gerbil as my favourite flower. So you've got your chart, and it has back stitch, half stitch and full stitch, but you only need to stitch the flowers and the leaves. And look at the chart. Look at how beautiful and clear and concise this chart is. This is the type of chart every company should do. So this is why, if you're new and you really want kits that will help you, look for the Joy Sunday branded ones. More experienced cross stitchers, we can take a risk with the other ones. I'm not by any means an expert cross stitcher. I would consider myself intermediate, if that, but you still want a chart that helps you. So this chart is perfect. It tells you exactly that there's 13 colors in full stitch, 4 colors you'll do in half stitch, and 2 colors in back stitch, and it's clearly marked on the chart. So here are the threads, 13 colors, so you've got your needles there. And because it's such a tiny kit, you don't need a lot of thread. That's why there's so little here. And I never can work out which way I should do this to turn it. No, I want it to go there. There we go. That's what I want. I'll get it right eventually one day. And there's your colours. Although it's red tulips, there is no 666 in this kit, which is a little bit disappointing. But, you know, pretty colours. And here's your wee. Look how tiny it is. It's my hand and my nails. So let's zoom you down on this one, because it's a wee little kit. So there it is, the Flower of Happiness, or tulips, and it is cute. It shouldn't take too long to stitch. I say that though, and then I take bloody months to stitch one canvas. So for faster cross stitches, it shouldn't take too long. It's only 66 stitches either way, and that's not full 66 on each row, because you only got to do the stamped bits, obviously, not the background bits. So yeah, very happy with this kit. So here are 3 of the 4 kits that I got from Biggest Craft. I'm not bringing that other kit back up here. It's in my bad books, and I have to decide what I want to do with it, so I haven't packed it away yet. It's on the floor, and on the floor it shall stay for now. It's these 3, very passable. The Joy Sunday one obviously was the best packaged and best presented, and these 2 will pass and will be good to work on. So thank you everybody for watching. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and the notification bell so you're up to date with when I have released my latest videos. Everybody, please leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you and I always respond. Remember, the question of the video was, my favorite flower is a gerbil. What is a gerbil? If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account, and the details are up here on screen. That will do it. So everybody, no matter where you are, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.